It's a great day to be alive and an artist. My name is Matt with the Hat, and today in our Artist Way series, we are going to talk about using it. What is it? When I was taking a devising class back in England, one of the things, so devising is when you are working with a group of people and you're creating a show from scratch. This is a very simplified version of what devising is. One of the things my favorite instructor of that class said is, he said, everything is a source. Meaning anything in life, no matter how boring, no matter how banal, no matter how completely useless you may think it is, could be a source for great inspiration for a creative person. So back in the day, there was, and I adore the movie Shakespeare in Love, and Shakespeare is looking for a muse to write this great love story, which of course turns into Romeo and Juliet. The muse for you in making art is whatever's going on with you in that moment. So let's say you hate your job. Let's say you are tired of this particular boss. Let's say you are in a place of despair, right? And it becomes an excuse to not make your art, to not write your play, to not act in your thing. Well, you see, when you do that and you make these excuses, you're missing out the opportunity, because the excuse, the thing that's keeping you from doing the thing, is actually the thing that could be your fuel, right? I've said in other videos, anger is fuel. Everything is fuel. And the more you realize that, the more you tap into that your feelings today, right now, even feelings of boredom can be fuel. And you take that and you translate it into an artistic work, right? So let's say you had a bad day at work. Let's say you were yelled at. Let's say you were disrespected, whatever it may be, right? Well, look at all that you can write. You can write a comedy. You can write a sitcom. You can write a book. You can do a self-help book for people who are abused on a job. You can make a painting where you push out your anger onto that paint, right? You could write a poem about how upset you are. There are so many creative opportunities in that moment. I wonder if we were to look at some of the greatest art ever made, how much of it was born of boredom, right? You don't know what to do. You've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? And you're like, I'm so tired of this thing. And someone decides, well, maybe I'm gonna sing a song right now. Maybe I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna write a song, right? And they dust off that piano and they start playing a couple notes. Those couple notes keep going, they get in the flow, they start having fun, because they're just doing it for fun. They're just doing it for love, right? And see, when you allow yourself to do that, when you allow yourself to play, when you allow yourself, and sometimes make yourself, right? Sometimes you're not in the mood to paint and you go, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to paint anyway. Something magical happens, because instead of letting the other things in your life take over, What you're doing is you are allowing your playful side to come out. And this can be very, very healing, incredibly healing, in fact. So this Artist Way series is all about practical exercises. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at whatever you're doing right now. My guess is scrolling through YouTube, yeah? And whatever you're doing right now, I want you to go, how much am I doing this? How often am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And what I want you to try right now is to go, okay, what is the thing that I'm neglecting that's fun? Okay, yes, you got to take care of your taxes if you're neglecting that, right? What am I neglecting that's fun? And what I want you to do is think about it. If you need to write it down, jot it down real quick. And what I want you to do is right after you're done watching this, I want you to take a second and do that thing for 5 minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes to do that. And it is the top priority for those 5 minutes. It is the number one priority for 5 minutes to do that thing, right? And see what happens when you allow yourself to do the thing. I hope this helps you. You're amazing. I love you. Have a beautiful day and keep making art.